Normal programming has been interrupted at the request of the U.S. government.
Into law under Mayor de Blasio that prevent the NYPD from cooperating with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement should be reconsidered.
The ex-mayor in question here, Bill de Blasio, is a former progressive two-term mayor of New York.
And look, I'm all for separation of powers, but the question that a lot of people have is, how is New York City supposed to use information the federal government may have about violent criminals who could be in the city if they're not allowed to talk to the government?
The laws in question removed ICE agents from certain police-related activities and from certain city correctional facilities. And it limited the NYPD's cooperation with ICE
Only to situations that were putting the general public in immediate danger.
Since there's no longer any cooperation with immigration, if the NYPD apprehends somebody who's wanted by federal authorities.
Whereas before these laws were passed, they may have held that person and then turned them over to ICE. Now, that does not happen. There's no cooperation. They just release them, and it's up to ICE to track them down.
Sanctuary city policies are ridiculous. They're impeding our law enforcement officials. They're making those same law enforcement officials less safe, and by consequence, they're making all of us less safe.
So the issue here is that when somebody enters the country, the federal government checks them out, processes them.
But then when they come to New York and make a shelter request, part of that process starts all over again.
The emergency alert system has been activated. This is a national emergency. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. Important instructions vital to your safety will follow.
A lot of times the NYPD's going in blind when they encounter somebody.
They're referring to these criminals as ghost perpetrators who swap identities with other criminals and have multiple aliases they can use anytime.
Which means not only are New York City's lax court laws making it easy for people to get away with no consequences, once they're back out on the street, they could claim to be anybody and go on as they were, which makes it seem like criminals are taking advantage of New York's laws.
Laws that were designed to make sure that people, no matter who they are or where they're from, are not unfairly treated by our justice system and incorrectly prosecuted.